have a bright, sunshiny day. It's Sunday, September 5th, as the Indiana Color Guard comes out. We will be hearing our national anthem momentarily. I'd like to take this opportunity to express our deepest wishes and get well soons to Gene Harsh, who was injured in an accident at Salem Speedway a few weeks ago. Get well soon, Gene. We hope to see you back at the track very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, your national anthem. Once again, welcome, and we are ready for the Sportsman cars here at Wnchester Speedway for the 11th Annual World Stock Car Festival Sunday afternoon festivities. We're going to have two 20-lap features on the pole. Car number 2, that's Kenny Tweedy. Outside of him is the 34 of Tim McLaughlin. Then it's the 9 of Wes Russell Jr. and the 31 of Dennis Kelly. The 38 of Mike Bryan is next, and outside of him, the red number 2 of Dave Brandenburg. In the next row is the car number 7. That'd be Dan Hawthorne. Outside him would be the 0 car of Scott Gumpertz. Then it's the 33 of Carl Stapleton. Outside of him will be the 98 of Mike Rush. Then it's the 8 car. That is Barry Jackson. And outside of him will be the 10 of Steve Scott. Then the 3, oh goodness, I know who that is. That's Terry Burton. And outside of him will be the 41 of John Ketchum. Then 83, the Major, and outside of him will be the 11 of Mike Snap. Then the 29 car of Wes Russell Sr. is also out there, and I'll give you the rest of the lineup in just a moment. We got a beautiful sunshiny day as we look at the Wnchester pace car supplied by Bill McCoy Ford. It's kind of cool, which is a nice refreshing change from all the hot weather we've been having this summer. Labor Day races finish up the season for the cars here at Wnchester. As we continue to look at the field, there's Wes Russell Sr., and then the 67 car on the tail is Jim Saxon.
Barry Jackson in car number 8, the 33 car driven by Carl Stapleton, Terry Burton.
Dave Brandenburg and Kenny Tweedy in the number 2's cars have been the story here at Wnchester Speedway. Those guys battling side by side, coming across in virtual dead heats almost every single week. Also out there racing, I forgot the 37 car of Scott Marino. Sorry, Scott, I forgot him. He was out here today also. The field looking fine as they are all lined up. And the crowd gives them a wave to send them on their way. They'll be racing once again for 20 laps in this feature. And then we have some heat races, or last chance races, you might call them. And then we will have another 20-lap Sportsman feature. And directly after the races, we will have the Wix pie eating contest. Such dignitaries, noted dignitaries as Dave Brandenburg and Roger and Linda Holderman. The lights have gone out on the Winchester pace car. We should get a green flag next time by, as Rick Monroe gives the sign for 1 lap to go and the sign for the drivers to make sure that they use their heads and they're thinking out there. A lot of cars out there today. We don't want any problems. Other dignitaries that'll be competing in that exciting pie eating contest: Pat Jones, Jeff Foltz, Toby Alfrey, Eddie Flora. So a lot of Winchester dignitaries going out to battle MDA, and they've raised money and going to be in that pie eating contest. And they come out of turn number 4. The green flag flies, and we are racing. Kenny Tweedy pulls out to that early lead as Wes Russell Jr. and Tim McLaughlin fight side by side. Now Wes Russell takes that over, and here comes Mike Bryant. We have a wreck in turn number 2. Got a couple of cars into the wall up there. The 11 of Mike Snap, and it looked like the Major and car number 83. Bill Leisure in car number 83 and Mike Snap in car number 11. Also, it looks as if the 41 of John Ketchum down there involved, and possibly even another car that I can't quite make out. No, that's just the front end of the John Ketchum machine just pushed up. He taking quite a shunt into the wall. I did not see how that one began. Alrighty, we get the 1 lap to go signal this time by. We should get a green flag next time by. Complete restart, so it'll be Tweedy and McLaughlin, Wes Russell Jr. and Dennis Kelly, the 38 of Mike Bryant, the Dave Brandenburg in the 2 car, then the 7 of Dan Hawthorne in the next row, and Scott Gunbert's outside of him. As we take a look at the Kenny Tweedy machine and the Tim McLaughlin machine and the 9 of Wes Russell Jr. and Dick Kelly. Excuse me, Dennis Kelly. Dick Kelly, Dennis's brother or uncle, something like that. They are related. And as they come out of turn number 4, we have a green flag, and we are racing once again. They're side by side through turns 1 and 2. Now Kenny Tweedy back out in front, and here comes Wes Russell Jr. and Mike Bryant. Tim McLaughlin back to 4th place that quick, and Mike Bryant underneath for that 2nd position. Mike Bryant in the 38 car, challenging early. He'll fall back into 3rd spot, and Wes Russell Jr. now will take his measure of the 2 machine of Kenny Tweedy. They're side by side down the back straightaway, and as they go into turns number 3 and 4. They're still side by side as they come down the front straightaway. Kenny Tweedy slide advantage across the line. Now Kenny Tweedy down, and Wes Russell Jr. into the wall. Kenny Tweedy seemed to shut off or something, went down way low on the track. Wes Russell Jr. got down in the loose stuff and into the wall very hard. Dan Hanthorne also involved in the 7 car, kind of getting up into the Wes Russell Jr. machine kind of after the fact on that accident. As we continue on looking, we have no word yet on the condition of Wes Russell Jr. We will not speculate. That was a hard shunt into the turn 1 wall. These cars very fast around here, but they also have a lot of safety equipment: roll cages, roll bars, seat belts, a lot of things to protect the driver. Okay, the word from the scene, and if you look right down there, a real tribute to the safety equipment on these cars, the roll cages and the belts. There is Wes Russell Jr. standing outside of his car. He is all right. Some damage on the Carl Stapleton car on the front end. And there's the damage on the 7, the rear of the 7 car. One lap completed. Mike Bryant, your leader, being scored as your leader at this point. Then it's the 34 of McLaughlin, the 31 of Kelly, and the 2 of Dave Brandenburg as they bring in the rather battered number 9 of Wes Russell Jr. And there is Wes Russell Jr. walking back. Obviously not a happy man, but he is walking under his own power and seems quite fine. Okay, the 1 lap to go signal has been given by the official starter, Rick Monroe. Mike Bryant, your leader. Then it's McLaughlin, Kelly, Brandenburg, Rush, 83 of Bill Leisure, and then the 7 car of Dan Hanthorn. And the green flag has flown, and we are racing once again. Dennis Kelly looks underneath the 34 of Tim McLaughlin, and as he does that, Dave Brandenburg pulls up high, side by side with him, and Dave Brandenburg will take that 3rd position away. Now Dave Brandenburg pulls up right on the back bumper of the 34 of Tim McLaughlin, but he can't quite get around through turns 3 and 4. He'll look low down the front straightaway. Good battle for that 3rd position. Now Brandenburg will try to take his measure of the 34 McLaughlin, but McLaughlin battles back through turns 3 and 4. They're side by side down the front straightaway. Brandenburg trying to find a way around that 34 machine. As Mike Bryant, your leader, is checking out. He has a good 20 to 25 car lengths on these 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place cars. Mike Bryant, car number 38, your leader. Dave Brandenburg looks outside of the McLaughlin machine once again. Dave Brandenburg side by side with McLaughlin in the front straightaway. He slides just a little bit, but both cars keep it going. Now Brandenburg pulls out slightly and down the back straightaway, and in turns 3 and 4, it will be Dave Brandenburg, your new leader. McLaughlin back to 2nd. Dennis Kelly still watching this race going on in the 3rd position. I'm sorry, Dave Brandenburg is not your leader. Where have I been? Mike Bryant is your leader. Dave Brandenburg, that battle was for 2nd. Mike Bryant so far ahead, I forgot he was out there. Mike Bryant, car number 38, your leader. Now he gets into heavy traffic, getting around the 83 of Bill Leisure. Also lapping the 0 car of Scott Gumpertz. And Dave Brandenburg will try to catch. Good battle back here in the pack as Kenny Tweedy and the 98 of Mike Rush are side by side. That is for about 5th position, I believe. It's the 2 of Kenny Tweedy on the inside, the 98 of Mike Rush on the outside. They're side by side virtually all the way around the track. Now Tweedy drops back into that 6th position. Mike Rush holds on to 5th for the moment. And we got a car slow. It's Tim McLaughlin in the 34 machine. Smoke coming from that car as he went through turns 1 and 2. 13 laps completed. Mike Bryant still your leader. Then it's Dave Brandenburg, Dennis Kelly. Mike Rush is 4th now. And the 2 of Kenny Tweedy is 5th. 1 lap to go. Signal being given by official starter Rick Monroe. We should get a green flag next time by. Mike Bryant, car number 38, your leader. Then it's Brandenburg in 2nd. Dennis Kelly 3rd. Mike Rush is in 4th, and Kenny Tweedy back there in 5th. Carl Stapleton taking up place in that 6th position. Kenny Tweedy comes around as they green flag the race once again. Kenny Tweedy now up to 4th. He gets around Mike Rush almost immediately. Dave Brandenburg now right on the back bumper of your leader, Mike Bryant. He closes ever so slightly down the front straightaway. Good battle going on for your lead as every lap Dave Brandenburg closes in just that much more on Mike Bryant. Now Mike Bryant pulls a slight lead out down the back straightaway, going into turns 3 and 4. Kenny Tweedy back there in 4th, trying to catch the 31 of Dennis Kelly. Now Bryant has pulled a little bit, about 10 car lengths on Dave Brandenburg. Mike Bryant, car number 38, your leader. We got a car with a blown engine or something, overheating or something, the 0 car of Scott Gumpert's. That car erupting in smoke with 17 laps completed. Mike Bryant, Dave Brandenburg, Dennis Kelly, to Kenny Tweedy, Mike Rush, and Major Bill Leisure, your top 6 cars, as Carl Stapleton is in the pits, having trouble with the hood on that, taping it up with 100-mile-an-hour tape. Carl Stapleton having his trouble. Okay, we should get a green flag this time by. And the green flag flies and we are racing, and Dave Brandenburg gets the fender up on the inside of Mike Bryant, but he can't hold it there. He'll drop back to that 2nd position. Mike Bryant, car number 38, still your leader. The red number 2 of Dave Brandenburg in 2nd. 31 of Dennis Kelly, and Kenny Tweedy still 4th. Now Brandenburg looks down low once again on your leader, Mike Bryant, but he can't quite get the job done through turns 3 and 4. And that's the checker flag as the hood comes up once again on the Carl Stapleton machine. That 100-mile-an-hour tape not doing its job. Your winner, car number 38, Mike Bryant. In 2nd will be the 2 of Dave Brandenburg, and then the 31 of Dennis Kelly, and then the white number 2 of Kenny Tweedy. And as we see the Mike Bryant car, I don't believe that car would have made another lap, as steam coming out of that engine. That car really overheating as the crewman tells him to shut it off. So your winner, Mike Bryant, just taking the checkered flag just in time. There's Mike Bryant in the winner circle with the lovely Wnchester ladies. And in the Budweiser victory lane, once again your winner, Mike Bryant. right, now we're ready for the mini stocks. On the pole was car number 71. Oh, I know who that is. Let me get the right schedule up here. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be with you in just a minute. Here we go. Here's the stock fours. Car number 71 on the pole. That's Larry Blust. Of course it is. Then outside him will be the 3 car of Amos Goodman. In the second row will be the orange number 41. The orange number 41 is Carl Oakes. Of course it is. Outside him is the 20 of Pat Turner. Then it's the 911 car of Scott Hall. Not Scott Hall. I know who that is. I'll get that in a minute. And outside of him is another car. Out there running also in the second white car is Carol Hargis in 70. And bringing up the tail is the 12 of Dick Alfred. Still working on the name of the driver of the 911 car as they're 3 wide down the back straightaway. The 41 of Carl Oakes now second. He'll try to make the measure of Amos Goodman, your leader. Pat Turner. Pat Turner back there in car number 20 in third. Now Carl Oakes gets around the 3 of Amos Goodman. The 911 car is in third. Fred Hall in the 911 car. I knew I had it somewhere. Fred Hall in 911, your third place car, or your second place car is Carl Oakes is your leader. 911 of Fred Hall once again is second, and Amos Goodman back to third. Now Hall will look underneath the 41 of Oakes, and they're side by side through turns 1 and 2. And now they're still side by side with 1 lap to go. Fred Hall had a slight advantage, but Carl Oakes battled it right back. This is going to be a good finish. They're side by side through turns 3 and 4. And as they come down the front straightaway, Fred Hall has a slight advantage as we got cars spinning. Cars spinning in turn 4. Carl Oakes, car number 41, barely edging out the 911 of Fred Hall. Okay, now we're ready for the modified heat race. And 6 laps on the pole is car number 30. Then it's the 57 car outside of him. Then the 10 car and the 11 of Toby Alfrey. I have to get my lineups to get these drivers' names here. Get this straight. Car number 30 is Jack Taylor. Outside of him, the 57 car. That will be, well, I'll find it here. 57, Bobby Davis. And then the 10 car is Mike Bruner. In car number 10, the green flag flies, and we are racing 4 cars in this heat race. This is a battle for position in tomorrow's feature. Yellow flag is out. We're going to get a restart. Starter Rick Monroe not happy with that start. Now I see what was. We have another car that wasn't in the lineup when they first started. That is the 99 car. And I'm not sure who is in the 99 car. I got to look for a few more of my lineups. We'll get these cars relined up and get this race underway. Green flag flies and we are racing. Bobby Davis, car number 57, your leader. And second place is the 30 car of Jack Taylor. The red number 10 of Mike Bruner is in third, and Toby Alfrey in the 11 car is in fourth. Now the 10 car gets underneath the 30 of Jack Taylor, car number 10, making a bid for the second place, Mike Bruner. He is sideways through turns 1 and 2. He gathers it back in, but that will drop him back to that third position, but he'll battle back down the front or down the back straightaway. Now the 30 car of Taylor, sideways out of turn 4, but he gathers it back in. Car number 57, Bobby Davis, still your leader. Oh, I no sooner said that as the 30 of Jack Taylor jumps up on the outside. And your winner will be Jack Taylor, Bobby Davis second. And the 10 of Mike Bruner in third. Toby Alfrey finishes fourth. Okay, now it's time for the Super Stocks. On the pole, car number 77. Outside of him, the 42 of Greg Howard. Let's see, 77 is Bruce Kinzer. And then it's the 73 of Butch Teague, and outside of him is the blue number 2 of Mike Roundtree. I believe that's the number 2. Nope, that's the number 1 car. Then it's the 71X and the 17X. And bringing up the tail will be the red number 72. So let's see if I can find some of these guys' names. The number 1 car, that's Mike Palmer. Then it's the 71X of Rick Henshaw. Outside of him is the 17X of Rick Thorpe. And then the 72 car will be I'm not sure. The green flag flies at any rate, and we are racing. Greg Howard with a slight advantage through turns 1 and 2. He races in the beginner street stocks at Killcare Speedway, another track we videotaped at, so I'm pretty sure this is the first time he's ever seen this track, but he is doing a fine job riding that high line. On the inside is the 77 of Bruce Kinzer, and then the 1 car of Mike Palmer looking back there in third. Now Greg Howard pulls out to the lead. Greg Howard, car number 42, your leader. 77 car Bruce Kinzer back to second. Mike Palmer in third, and the red 72 is moving up through the pack. He is now fourth. That must be Fred Cowan in that 72 car. That's the only 72 I have listed here. Fred Callan in 72. Greg Howard still your leader. Now the 77 car, Bruce Kinzer, slows through turns 3 and 4. That backs up Mike Palmer a little bit as Fred Callan gets underneath him for the 3rd position. Greg Howard still your leader. Good 3-car battle for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th positions. And now Callan, he is 3rd, and he is trying to get around the 77 Bruce Kinzer as the hood starts flopping a little bit on that 77 car. Now the 77 car slows. Callan and Palmer will get around him. Fred Callan now 2nd. He'll set his sights on the leader, Greg Howard, who is checking out. Six laps now completed. Car number 42, Greg Howard your leader, Fred Callan in 2nd. Then it's the 1 of Mike Palmer. As we have 7 laps completed. Now the 72 of Fred Callan will look inside the 42 of Greg Howard. They're side by side through turns 3 and 4. Callan really low. They're side by side down the front straightaway. The checkered flag flies. Too close for me to call. As we wait from official scoring, and now we have the word. The 72 of Fred Callan finishes 1st. It'll be the 42 of Greg Howard in 2nd, and 1 of Mike Palmer finishes 3rd. Good job to all these guys, especially Greg Howard from Beginner Street Stocks at Kilcare. All right, now it's time for the ARCA Pro 4s, their first heat race on the poles. Willie Bigham, car number 48, and the 72 car, Rocky May. Then it's the 70 of Carol Hargis, and outside of him, the 7 car of Jerry Young. Then it's, who else in the next row? We're about ready to get a green flag. Jasper Engines, number 3 of John Baum, and outside of him, the 45 of Amos Goodman, and we did get the green flag. 72 car pulls out the early lead. The 25 car is also out there. That is Bill Hartman. And Carol Hargis gets underneath Willie Bigham for that 2nd place. And Bill Hartman also gets around Willie Bigham. The 15 car also running out there. That's let's see here, waiting myself on my new list. I have to hold off on that and see who that is in that car. The 72 car, Rocky May, your leader. Carol Hargis in 2nd. Looks, I believe that, is that Amos Goodman in 3rd, I believe. That was the Jasper Engines number 3 of John Baum, but now Bill Hartman, the 25 car, has taken over that 3rd spot, and he goes after Carol Hargis for 2nd and has him. And now he's working on Rocky May for that lead. Good 3-car battle back there for the 3rd spot between John Baum, Carol Hargis, and the 15 car. Also coming into that is the 45 of Amos Goodman. Now he comes back around. Good battle going on in the ARCA Pro 4's first heat race. Your leader is still the 72 car, but here comes Amos Goodman around Rocky May. Or excuse me, the Bill Hartman's leader. Amos Goodman now second. The 76 car, Bobby Marvin. Got a good battle going on there. Bill Hartman still your leader, and he has checked out. Then it's Amos Goodman and Bill Hartman. Excuse me, Bobby Marvin. Hartman, your leader, and he comes around. And that's how they'll finish. Bill Hartman, then the 76 Bobby Marvin, and then Amos Goodman finishes out third. Once again, your winner, car number 25, Bill Hartman. Okay, now it's time for the second ARCA Pro 4 heat race. On the poles, car number 11, that's Jeff Sheets, and outside of him is the 1 of Bobby Sage. Then it's the 8 car of Barry Globely, and outside of him will be the 57 of Bill Withers. Then it's the 10 car in the next row. I'm not sure who drives that one. Let's see here. There's the 19 of Don Bender. Don Bender having his trouble. Involved in a pretty bad accident, I guess, last night. We were not here, but a lot of the good cars are not out here because of that accident. As I said, it's Jeff Sheets and Bobby Sage on the pole. Okay, we should get the white flag this time by. One more lap to go. It's the 11A car out there also. 28 of Brian Freeze outside of him. And as they pick up the pace down the back straightaway, also Bob Cumbo out there. In the 17 car, Robbie Pyle in 12 out back. And bringing up the tail will be Don Bender. And the green flag flies, and we are racing. Bobby Sage, your early leader. Jeff Sheets back to second, but here comes Barry Galogly in the 8 car. They're side by side through turns 3 and 4. And as they come down the front straightaway, they're still side by side. Jeff Sheets with a slight edge. He remains in second for the moment. Barry Galogly will not get up though, and here comes the 11A car. Good battle going on. Now Jeff Sheets, your leader. The 1 of Bobby Sage in second, but here comes Barry Galogly. Barry Galogly now second, and Bob Cumbo will try Sage for that third spot, and he has it. Bob Cumbo, car number 17, now third. And here comes Robbie Pyle, your current points leader in that 12 car. Barry Galogly in the 8 car, now your leader. Bob Cumbo will be second this time by. And Robbie Pyle looks to take him 3 wide, but thinks better of it. Bob Cumbo now second. Jeff Sheets back to third. Robbie Pyle will try to take that away from Jeff Sheets. Now it's Galogly, Cumbo, and Pyle, your top 3. As Cumbo looks for a ray around the Barry Galogly machine. And now Bob Cumbo, car number 17, your leader, and here comes Robbie Pyle. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Bob Cumbo, your leader, Robbie Pyle in second. Good battle for that third position between the 11A car and the 8 of Barry Galogly. Your winner will be Bob Cumbo, then Robbie Pyle. The the 8 of Barry Galogli, and the 11A car rounds out your top 4. Once again, your winner, car number 17, Bob Cumbo. As we take a look at work being done on the Dave Brandenburg car, we're ready for the late models. On the pole is car number 01, that's Neil Eddington. Outside of him is the 92 car of Tom Hamilton. Inside, second row, will be the 77 car. And outside of him will be the 00 Ray Fullen. And then it's the 32 car, I believe. And bringing up the tail will be the 14 of Scott Whitehouse. Green flag flies, and we are racing. Tom Hamilton pulls out to the lead, dropping the 01 of Neil Eddington back to second, as Ray Fullen will look around for a way around these two cars. The 77 car in third. Don't have a name on that driver. It's still Tom Hamilton, your leader. Ray Fullen now second. The 01 of Eddington back to third. And the 77 car goes high, almost into the turn 1 wall, as Ray Fullen backs out of it. The 14 of Scott Whitehouse now gets around the 33 car. And the 45 of Dave Jackson also out there traversing the track. 4 laps now complete. To Tom Hamilton, still your leader. Good look at the 45 of Dave Jackson. White flag flies for your leader, Tom Hamilton, car number 92. 1 more lap to go. And Dave Jackson spins and into the turn 1 wall. And that is a completed race. Your winner, car number 92, Tom Hamilton.
Contact with the outer wall, but you just don't know how hard.
And a little bit of fire out of that 45 car as we take another look at it. Dave Jackson is out of the car and he is okay.
Tom Hamilton has moved up into
All right, we're ready for the Sportsman for their second heat race, or their second feature today. On the pole, car number 2, Kenny Tweedy. Outside of him, the 31 of Dennis Kelly. Then it's the red 2 of Dave Brandenburg and the 38 of Mike Bryan. Then the 98 of Mike Rush and the 34 of Tim McLaughlin. And the 33 of Dave Brandenburg and the 7 of Dan Hamilton, excuse me. Then it's the 10 of, the 3 of Tim Burton and the 10 of Steve Scott. Then it'll appear to be the 37 car of Scott Marino, and outside of him will be the 83 of Major Bill Leisure. And I skipped a car there. No, I didn't. That's right. And then bringing up the top, there's the 29 car of Wes Russell Sr. as he comes onto the track, so we'll have another lap for him to catch up to the track. Also, like I said, up there is the 37 car of Scott Marino and also the 67 of Jim Saxon. The 29 of Wes Russell Sr. having his problems. He is back in the pits as they try to get that car going. As we come down to the green flag right now, Kenny Tweedy, Dennis Kelly, your front row, then David Brandenburg and Mike Bryan in the second row. The green flag flies and we are racing. Your early leader, car number 31, Dennis Kelly, but Dave Brandenburg is right there as Kenny Tweedy drops back to third. Mike Bryan in fourth. Tim McLaughlin in fifth. Dave Brandenburg right on the back tail of Dennis Kelly. Now Brandenburg will look inside of Dennis Kelly down the backstretch. They're side by side. Dennis Kelly has trouble getting around the 37 car Marino. That drops him back to second. Dave Brandenburg now your leader. It's Brandenburg, Kelly, Tweedy, and McLaughlin, and Mike Rush, and then Carl Stapleton. As Wes Russell Sr. having his problems, he's slow once again on the track. He'll pull it into the pits. And there is your leader once again, Dave Brandenburg, and Kenny Tweedy and Tim McLaughlin, your third and fourth place cars. Dave Brandenburg got that car hooked up this weekend. As we have some more cars slow on the backstretch, we got caution. Mike Rush coming into the pits. The 7 car of Dan Hanthorne also in the pits. As the Mike Rush crew goes underneath the hood. Five laps completed. Dave Brandenburg, your leader, Dennis Kelly, then Kenny Tweedy, Tim McLaughlin, the 93, I think that should be the 83. Not sure. We'll get this lineup straightened out and I'll let you know in just a minute. 1 lap to go. Okay, it's Dave Brandenburg, Dennis Kelly, Kenny Tweedy back there in third, Tim McLaughlin in the 34 car in fourth, and then Carl Stapleton fifth, and Steve Scott in the 6th place. And the green flag flies and we are racing once again. Dave Brandenburg, car number 2. Nobody can touch him today. He pulls away once again. Dennis Kelly sitting back there in second, doing all he can do. Then comes Kenny Tweedy and Tim McLaughlin. And the 37 of Marino slow once again on the track. Scott Marino with car number 37, having his problems here today. Good battle back there for that third position between Kenny Tweedy and the 34 of Tim McLaughlin. McLaughlin now looks underneath the blue and white number 2. Nine laps now completed. As McLaughlin looks underneath the Kenny Tweedy machine, they're side by side going into turns 3 and 4. And as they come down the front straightaway, Kenny Tweedy will keep a slight advantage, but just barely. Now McLaughlin sideways. Both cars keep it going through turns 1 and 2. Terry Burton in the 3 car now in the pit area. John Ketchum looking like a Great American Modified out there. He's also had his problems this weekend as McLaughlin spins in turn 1. Bringing out the caution, Tim McLaughlin, car number 34, he spins at turn number 1. Your leader is still Dave Brandenburg, car number 2. Then it's the 31 of Kelly. Then it's the white number 2 of Kenny Tweedy, the 33 of Carl Stapleton. We now have 13 laps completed. 7 more circuits to go. We should get a green flag next time by. Steve Scott still holds down that 5th position. Major Bill Leisure back there in 6th in the 83 car. And they pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4. The green flag flies and we are racing. It's the red 2 of Dave Brandenburg, your leader, the 31 of Kelly in 2nd, the blue and white 2 of Kenny Tweedy in 3rd. .17 laps completed, 3 more laps to go as Steve Scott spins in turn 1. Some fluid coming out of that car. Either a broken engine or a transmission or something. Fluid coming out of the 10 car of Steve Scott. The story up front is still the same. Brandenburg, Kelly, Tweedy, and Stapleton. 17 laps now completed, 3 more circuits to go. Dave Brandenburg on the pole, and they pick up the speed through turns 3 and 4. Green flag flies once again. Kenny Tweedy looks outside of the Dennis Kelly machine going into turn number 1, but he can't quite make it stick. He drops back a few car lengths through turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Two more laps to go for your leader, car number 2, Dave Brandenburg. The white flag will be out this time by for the Buckeye Flash, Dave Brandenburg. The 31 of Kelly second, Kenny Tweedy, the only guy from the state of Indiana, up there near the front. And he is holding down third. And your winner will be, no doubt, Dave Brandenburg. As Dennis Kelly slows, Kenny Tweedy will come in second. Then it'll be Carl Stapleton, then Dennis Kelly. Once again, the Buckeye Flash, car number 2, the red number 2, Dave Brandenburg, your winner.
50-50 ticket, freezer right by the 50-50 ticket. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's racing activities. Each will nine tomorrow with racing at 1 promptly. Remember the fighting contest at 1 hour and the big dance tonight. Thank you.
From the great state of Ohio, Dave Brandenburg, car number 2, your winner. And there's a look at your top 3, Dave Brandenburg, Kenny Tweedy, and Carl Stapleton. Okay, we have now moved over to the Turn 1 Pavilion for the Wicks Pies Muscular Dystrophy Association Pie Eating Contest. And our competitors will be, we have a fine flock of competitors today. Jeff Foltz is our number 1, and Toby Alfrey, Scott Gumpertz, Pat Turner, Jim Black, Dangerous Dennis Kelly, Rick Turner, Fast Eddie Flora, Jimmy Wyman, Linda Haldeman, Roger Haldeman, and Dave Brandenburg, Kenny Tweedy, Tim Anderson, Fast Freddie Hall, and Bob Remington, our fine competitors of pie eaters out here today. And as the competitors get themselves ready, putting on special shirts, Linda Haldeman's pie shirt out there, Eddie Flora with his special red pie eating cap. All these competitors, the tension, you could cut it with a knife, it's so strong. And now Linda Haldeman for the rules. Okay, Dave Brandenburg and Dennis Kelly not showing up. And official pie eating contest starter Rick Monroe with the black flag, may possibly black flag these drivers. Back to Linda.
The first person Section D, row 19 for the Winchester 400 plus $40. Compliments of Marion Brooks, Hoosier Racing Tires. And you can eat it with the other. We have no forks, knives, or any goodies like that. We have no napkins. Pick it up with one hand, and you use the other to eat it. Or your face, or however you think you can get the job done.
Still need Brandon first, Kelly.
Okay, thank you, Linda. And we are near our starting time for this infamous pie eating contest. Eddie Flora now turned that pie eating hat backwards so he can better get into this exciting competition. Linda Holderman giving directions. I'm not sure that's quite fair that one of the contestants is actually assisting or working on doing and handling the rules.
That if Rick Turner wins this race, he will carry him around the track.
Justin!
And we are just about ready to start. Official starter Rick Monroe has the green flag in his hand. And we are still missing a couple competitors. Dave Brandenburg not showing up. Not quite sure what's going on there. A lot of these contestants have been preparing for quite a while. Eddie Flora is rumored to be eating about 20 pies a day to prepare for this event. Roger Holdeman obviously has also been working very hard to try to compete well with this event.
And Jim Black.
We're still waiting on Dave Brandenburg and Jim Black. Okay, the green flag is in the starter's hand. We could get a start anytime now, and we got a green flag, and they are eating. Bob Remington off to a big start. He is shoveling it in. So is Roger Haldeman. Linda doesn't seem to be trying real hard, but she is picking up in the back of the pack. And Pat Turner looks like she's eating just for points. And look at Jeff Foltz as he shovels it in. Jeff Foltz appears to be almost done with his first pie. Jeff Foltz going after that $100 grand prize for the first person to finish their pie. Looks like a couple of them discussing the relative quality of the pie and the relative taste. They all seem to like it. Eddie Flora really digging in now. Jeff Foltz seems to be in a slump slightly. He started out strong, but he may be slacking off. Toby Alfred really shoveling it in. Pat Turner being rather pensive. I don't know. Linda Holdeman doesn't seem to stop laughing long enough to put any more pie in. She is losing time.
And right after the pie eating contest, we're going to have a contest to see who belts the loudest.
Brett Turner seems to be struggling with that pie. Jeff Foltz still shoving it in. Toby Alfrey having a discussion with the official starter, Rick Monroe. Keep in mind, Rick Monroe has that black flag out and has threatened to use it. Jeff Foltz, your big winner. Dennis Kelly seems to be struggling just a little bit. Eddie Flores still been over. He's really digging in. As in Jimmy Wyman, he's really digging into his pie too. Bob Remington and Fred Hall seem to be working on it quite well also. Now Toby Alfrey seems to be giving special hints to Jeff Foltz. Toby Alfrey and Jeff Foltz seem to be working together at this contest. A little teamwork going on by these two drivers on the end. Excuse me, these two eaters. We got the 2-minute cue, 2 more minutes to go. Some of the pie eaters seem to be struggling now. They've been at this for about 3 minutes and they seem to be really struggling at this point. Dennis Kelly seems to be looking around, wondering what all the commotion is about, as Rick Monroe holds that $100 check up in the front of the faces of Jeff Foltz and Toby Alfrey, giving them that little extra incentive. The crowd is rather...
You with a Winston Racing shirt.
The crowd is rather talking and cheering their favorite drivers on. This crowd of spirited one. Linda Holdeman in her pie shirt. She seems to be really digging in now in the last few minutes. Jeff Foltz is the man who has really pulled quite a lead, but now he seems to be struggling just a little bit. And there you have it. That is the end. The checkered flag flies. We'll wait from official scoring to see who our winner is. Can we lose one of our lights? Getting a little bit dark in here now. And there we have the word from official scoring. Your winner, Jeff Foltz. Jeff Foltz, the winner of the Wicks Pies Muscular Dystrophy Association Pie Eating Contest.
Hey, how are you going to go back? Is he going to show? Rick, are you still going to recognize him now?
I got a razor. You need a razor?
Oh, thank you, Penny. One more time.
I want to thank Mom for doing this tonight. We're all here for Jerry's kids. I tell you what, she and Pop did rope me into it, and I am a man of my word. I did it. But I tell you what, anybody, and everybody, first person come up here and give me $50 right now. Remington, you lose yours.
50 bucks right now, and Remington loses. If we get a little louder than that. How about a hand for Bob Remington?
Right up here in the middle, Harry.
Now I know why we're all here tonight. To speed this up, start spending the money for Jerry's kids.
It's Labor Day, September 6th. And as we get ready for the stock fours and they line them up on the front stretch for the drivers' introductions, Penstroke Productions would like to take this opportunity to remind you that not only do we videotape here at Wnchester Speedway, but at Killcare Speedway in Xenia, Ohio, Columbus Motor Speedway in Columbus, Ohio, and Killcare Dragway. For the Midwest's finest video racing series, Penstroke Productions. A fine field of cars are out there in the pits, and the crews are busy preparing them for today's racing activities. As I said, the stock fours will be coming up here in just a couple of seconds. There's Dave Brandenburg, the Buckeye Flash, a man who is really setting this place on fire. We have a good crowd on hand today in the stands as we take a look at them. Joyce Mink, the Ohio Oval Connection, doing her job out there today. And the mini stocks have started out, stock fours They call them mini stocks also, the Mini Stock Owners Association. Basically stock 4-cylinder cars, mostly Pintos and Ford Escorts and Mustangs. Eddie Flora, the man who is the points leader in this. Jeff Foltz is in second place, and Donnie Miller, Jim Crabtree Jr., Rocky Harris, Brent Robertson, Jim Wyman, Pat Turner, Rich Clark, and Dale Morris, the top 10 in points as the cars begin to move out. Okay, as the cars move out, they'll get a couple laps here to warm up those engines. And we will try to give you the lineup here just as soon as we can. As soon as they start lining them up. Of course, fast qualifier, as always, is on the pole, and that is almost always Eddie Flora. And that's just where he'll start, is on the pole. There's a look at the Eddie Flora machine right behind the pace car. Okay, getting the message from official starter Rick Monroe to scrub those tires. Let's get ready to go racing. Rick Monroe being helped today by Dave Shear, who is the official starter at Killcare Speedway in Xenia, Ohio. He will be conducting duties as assistant flagman today. And what every driver in this race and all the races today, where he or she hopes to go, and that's winner circle. Okay, your lineup on the pole. Car number 45, Eddie Flora. Outside him, the 30 of Jeff Foltz. In the second row will be the 63 of Jim Crabtree, and outside of him, the 9 car of Rich Clark. Okay, lights gone out on the Winchester pace cars. As I said before, it's Jim Crabtree and Rich Clark in the second row. In the third row will be the 08 and the 44 car. Then the 08 of Jeff Morris, and the 4 car outside of him will be Terry Kress. Then it's the 7 car, I believe, the black 7 behind them. And the green flag flies and we are racing. Eddie Flora, your leader. Good battle for the second place between Crabtree and Foltz. And we got a good battle going on back in the pack, as the 1 car of Donnie Miller is on the move. Once again, your leaders, car number 45, Eddie Flora. Jeff Morris in the 08 car battling hard with the 44 of Rocky Harris. The 13 and the 7 cars got a good battle going on. Car number 13, of course, is Jeff Rhodes, and the black number 7 out there is Jim Wyman, and he is battling good out there with the 13. 41 Carl Oakes, the 911 of Rich Clark. Also out there battling good. And now back up towards the front, Rocky Harris and Jim Wyman still side by side. And there's Jerry Stapleton along with Donnie Miller out there touring around. And there is your leader, car number 45, Eddie Flora. Jeff Foltz still in second. Jim Crabtree still in third. Crabtree looks underneath the Foltz machine once again. He tries to get a fender up through turns 3 and 4, but he can't quite do it. Back down the front straightaway, they're side by side. It's Foltz on the outside and Crabtree on the inside. Now Jim Crabtree slides high. He'll lose a few car lengths down the back stretch. Of Carl Oakes still out there racing. And there's the 43 of Kenny Reef and the 37 of Wyman. Problems on the backstretch as the 71 slows. 71 of Larry Bluss slows down the back straightaway. Bob Wyman and Kenny Reef still out there battling. Jim Crabtree has now gotten around Jeff Foltz for that second spot. Jeff Foltz now back to third. Jim Crabtree is in second. Of course, Eddie Flora is still your leader. Let's see if Jim Crabtree has anything for Eddie Flora. And Bob Wyman spinning and hitting the wall hard down the front straightaway. And Amos Gutman spins out of turn 4. Bob Wyman out of his car and walking around. 45 of Eddie Flora, your leader. This is 63 of Jim Crabtree in second. Then it's Jeff Foltz. Then it's the 9 of Rich Clark. The 08 of Jeff Morris, and the 13 of Jeff Rhodes. As Pat Turner is coming in, that car is smoking. And Jeff Foltz into the pits. Jeff Foltz, your third place car. They'll go underneath the hood of that machine. Pat Turner out of her car. Well, it looks like she might be stepping back into it. And there is the story. Pat Turner, car number 20. She takes it back into the pits. Her day is through. As Jeff Foltz comes back out onto the track. And as the track announcer has just mentioned, Jeff Morris will go to the back of the pack. Eddie Flora, your leader. Then it's Jim Crabtree, Rich Hall, Jeff Morris, your top 4 cars.
This is going to be a good one. 11 lap day to the finish. 2-3.
Double file restarts the lap cars down beside the cars on the lead lap. And as we take a look at Jeff Morris, he has his work cut out for him. Jim Crabtree trying to stay right up on the back bumper of Eddie Flora as Jeff Morris is picking off cars one at a time and doing it quite fast. Now he slows. Caution on the track. Not sure what this caution is for. We do have a car coming into the pits. Eddie Flora, your leader, 15 laps completed. The 63 of Crabtree in second. It's Flora and Crabtree, Rich Clark, Jeff Morris, the 13 of Jeff Rhodes. As Jeff Foltz pulls it into the pits and his day is done. And as they pick it up through turns 3 and 4, the green flag flies and we are racing. Once again, Eddie Flora, your leader, but Jim Crabtree right on his back bumper now. Jim Crabtree in the 63 car trying to find a way around the 45 of Eddie Flora. And Rich Clark sits back there in third in the catbird seat watching what's going on. And then it's Jeff Morris in fourth. As the field gets strung out, we'll take a look back in the pack so you can see some of your favorite drivers and how they're doing. And we got a car down into the infield. I can't quite tell who that was. 17 laps now completed. Eddie Flora, your leader. That's the 63 of Crabtree, the 9 of Clark, and the 08 of Jeff Morris. We should get a green flag next time by. And as they pick up the throttle through 3 and 4, the green flag flies and we are racing once again. And Jim Crabtree literally on the back bumper of Eddie Flora. Now they're side by side down the back chute. Jim Crabtree going for the lead. Now he is in the lead. But Flora battles back. And we have caution once again on the track. Tough break for Jim Crabtree as he had just taken the lead. Now we will revert back to the last previously green flag lap. Previously completed green flag lap. And that means Eddie Flora. Carl Oakes in the 41 car because of the caution. He getting a push by one of the fine tow trucks out here. And we'll get a green flag next time by. Eddie Flora, your leader. 63 of Crabtree now back to second. Because as I said before, we revert back to the previously completed green flag lap. Rich Clark still in fourth and Jeff Morris back there, or Rich Clark in third, Jeff Morris in fourth. And this time Crabtree doesn't get quite as good a jump on Eddie Flora. Eddie Flora was expecting it, and he does not allow that to happen this time. Looks like Donnie Miller still holding on back there in the 5th position. Good battle for that lead as Jim Crabtree stays right on the back bumper of Eddie Flora. Now the 911 car, Fred Hall, moves around Amos Goodman. Jim Crabtree once again looks inside, now outside of Eddie Flora, trying to find a way around. Caution once again on the track as the 0 car erupts in a plume of smoke. Dale Morris, he is finished for this race. One more lap to go. We should get a green flag next time by. Once again, Jim Crabtree pulls right up on the back bumper of Eddie Flora. Now Crabtree looks outside through turns 1 and 2, but Eddie Flora slams the door. Eddie Flora will win it. Jim Crabtree second. Jeff Morris will take home the 3rd place spot. Rich Clark in 4th. Eddie Flora out of his car. And there's a look at the 63 of Jim Crabtree, your 2nd place car. There he is, Eddie Flora, car number 45, your winner of the Stock 4 feature event for the World Stock Car Festival. and third, and there they are, first, second, and third. Eddie Flora, Jim Crabtree, and Jeff Morris.
There's your first three finishers up there now, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Flora, Jim Crabtree, Jeff Morris. Good job, all three gentlemen. Good job.
And now we're ready for the Great American Modifieds. On the pole, car number 22, Jim Spears. Outside of him, the 15 of Rick Ronimus. In the second row. In the second row will be the 36 and the 5 car of Gerald Henshaw. In the third row will be Darren Bowman is in the 6th car. There's the 980 of Jerry Stapleton. As the 5 car has stopped on the back straightaway. There's the 11 of Toby Alfrey. Now the 5 car gets her going. Gerald Henshaw.
76.
Okay, now we're getting things straightened out. There is the 63 of Crabtree and Stapleton on the outside of him. And there's also the 30 and the 57 cars, the 30 car of Jack Taylor, the 57 car of Bobby Davis. And let's see, who else is out there? Back the second, or the third 11 car. Actually 3 out here. Don Skaggs. We have even 2 11S cars. Dave Stacy's 11S car out there. 1 lap to go. Fine field of modifieds here today at Wnchester Speedway. As they go through turns 1 and 2, we should get a green flag next time by. It's Spears and Ronimus on the pole.
Now the masters stay ahead of the multicolored cars as they head into the highlights of 3. Spears will begin to roll now.
Okay, they pick up the throttles. They come through turn 4. The green flag flies and we are racing. It's Spears and Ronimus. They're side by side. Now Jim Spears pulls a little bit of a lead, and now he is in the lead. Jim Spears, your points leader and now leader of this race as they come down to take lap 1. Rick Ronimus in second, and we got a car sideways. That's the red and white 11S. The other 11S is also red and white, but the 11S of Dave Stacy. And now that car almost totally losing it, and he brings it back. Dave Stacy in the 11S. That car is loose. That car is not handling at all. As we got other cars loose and not controlling real well, we're going to keep our eyes on the 11S of Dave Stacy. Something terribly wrong with that car. Jim Spears, car number 22, still your leader. Rick Ronimus in second, Dave Stacy in third. But it appears that Dave Stacy might be having his problems. And the other 11S of Don Skaggs moving up through the pack nicely. 980 of Jerry Stapleton and the 63 of Jim Crabtree back in the pack. Still battling. Now Crabtree looks inside of Stapleton. They're side by side through turns 3 and 4. Stapleton a little loose, so is Crabtree through turns 1 and 2. As we've got a car spinning down into the infield in turns 1 and 2. Caution on the track. 9 laps completed. Jim Spears, your leader. And Dave Stacy comes into the pits. Dave Stacy, car number 11S, into the pits. We're going to get a green flag, and we got a green flag. We are racing. Jim Spears, car number 22, your leader. The 15 Anonymous in second. And we got trouble on the track. We got cars spinning on the backstretch. It looks like Crabtree involved in that. Not quite sure who else. Several cars involved. 980 of Stapleton also involved. Jim Spears, your leader, the 15 Anonymous in second. Then it's the 5 of Gerald Henshaw. Then the 36 car, then the 21 car. Dave Stacy still working on his car. Having trouble getting the cars lined up. As I said before, Dave Stacy back out on the track as we got a car coming back into the pits here. And that is the 980 of Jerry Stapleton. And as they come down through turns number 3 and 4, we got the green flag and we are racing once again. Jim Spears, your leader, car number 22. Rick Ronimus in second in car number 15. Dave Stacy, car number 11S, cuts through the pack, and we got a car almost spinning right in front of Stacy. That's the 10 car. The 10 car Mike Bruner almost spinning right in front of Stacy. And that car loose again. As we got a couple cars side by side. That's one of the 10 cars of Toby Alfrey. That is side by side. Now the 10 car takes the position away from Alfrey as Dave Stacy looks inside of both cars. That car's still real loose. And he dirt tracks it through turns 1 and 2. Dave Stacy trying to hang on to an ill handling car. And the 10 car up into the turn 1 and 2 walls. He keeps it going in the right direction, however. No caution on the track. There is your leader, Jim Spears. He is just running away with it. Car number 22. Rick Ronneman still back there in second. As Dave Stacy has moved all the way up to 4th position. That car is still loose. He is sideways once again through turns 1 and 2. Dave Stacy in the 11S will look inside of the other 11S car and Dave Stacy spins down the front straightaway. Dave Stacy, car number 11S, does a double 360 and he'll come to a stop in turn number 1. A caution on the track. 23 laps now completed. Jim Spears, your leader. Ronimus in second. Then it's the 11 car, the 36 and the 76. 36 is Darren Bowman, the 76 is LJ Lines, and the 11 car, 11S, is Don Skaggs. Of course it is. So it's Spears, Ronimus, and Skaggs, your top 3. Once again, double file restart. The lap cars down to the inside. The cars on the lead lap on the high side.
Here we go with 3 laps to go. Hang on now.
And they pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4, and we are racing once again as we got a couple of cars really slow down the front straightaway. Your leader is still the 22 of Jim Spears. White flag, one more lap to go for your leader, car number 22, Jim Spears. Rick Run is still in second, Don Skaggs third. And as he comes out of turn number 4, your winner, car number 22, Don Skaggs. Rick Ronimus, car number 22, Jim Spears, Rick Ronimus, Don Skaggs, your top 3. Once again, your winner, car number 22, Jim Spears. Okay, now it is time for the Super Stocks. On the pole, car number 52, that's Scott Fields. Outside of him is the 34 car of Ray Hanna. In the second row will be the 72, I believe. No, the 57 car, and that is Bob Miles, and outside him will be the 2 car of, don't have the name on the 2 car. Yes, I do. Mike Roundtree in the 2 car. Also out there is Fred Poole. There's Greg Howard there. 51 of Tim McLaughlin is out there. There's the 1 of Mike Palmer. The 73 out there of Butch Teague. 71X of Rick Henshaw.
Ladies and gentlemen, Superstars coming in the oranges right now. 40 laps of racing for these cars. Hey, let's send them on their way. Your pole center, Scotty Fields, and there's Ray Hanna.
There's the 57 in the 2 car. Then it's the 65 and 55 car. 65 of Jim Edlin, the 55 of Fred Poole out there. Fine field of Super Stocks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the young man sitting on the pole, Scotty Fields out of Lorton, Indiana, losing a good part of one arm a few years ago in an industrial accident. Loved racing, was always a good racer. Decided that this handicap will not keep me from racing. And this kid has come back, and he is one of the greatest competitors you'll ever find in any sport of all. One here, got a tough cookie. Second outside of him and Ray Hanna. And don't forget Brett Miles, that young second generation driver.
And they pick up the throttle coming out of turn 4. The green flag flies and we are racing. Your early leader is Scott Fields. Ray Hanna now takes over that second position, but he spins. He does a 360 and keeps it going. Caution on the track. 65 car of Edlin into the pits. They're jacking that car up. They'll go underneath and replace some tire. Looks like the right front tire is flat on the Jim Edlin machine. Of course, it's if you're used to watching Winston Cup pit stops, this one's a little bit slower. They're using the old-fashioned X-lug wrench, so it takes a little bit longer to change tires on these cars. Other drivers out there on the track, Rick Tharp in the 17 car, Rick Hinch on the 71 car. The 4 of Ronnie Himes also out there. And as I mentioned, the 2 of Mike Roundtree, the 73 of Butch Teague, the 77 of Bruce Kinzer out there, the 45 of J.C. Cook. Mentioned Greg Howard, and now the 65 of Jim Edlin coming back out of the pits. Rick Monroe gives them the 1 lap to go signal. And it'll be a complete restart, so it'll be Fields on the pole. Hanna outside of him. I guess if you're going to spin, do it before you completed a lap. So no laps completed, so Ray Hanna will get his place back. Then it's the 57 of Bob Miles, and outside of him is the 2 of Mike Roundtree, and then the 65 of Edlin and the 55 of Fred Poole. They pick up the throttle once again through turns 4. And the green flag comes out, and we are racing once again. This time the 57 of Bob Miles looks underneath Ray Hanna, but he can't quite make a stick. Ray Hanna on the back bumper of Scott Fields. Those 2 cars breaking away from the pack just a little bit. And as they come down to take turn, or lap number 1, Scott Fields is your leader in car number 52. Scott Fields, your leader, the 34 Ray Hanna in second. The 57 of Bob Miles back there in third. The 2 car of Mike Roundtree is in fourth. Good battle going on back in the pack. That's Greg Howard on the outside. I can't quite tell the number on that car on the inside. That's the 44 car. And as I look at my lips, is that the 44 or 45? That must be the 45 car of J.C. Cook. Those 2 cars battling side by side all the way around the track. Greg Howard on the outside, as I said earlier, or said yesterday. Greg Howard, car number 42, beginner street stock at Killcare this year, so I know this has got to be the first time he's seen this back, and he is doing a fine job. Jim Edlin now will look underneath the 42 of Greg Howard, and he will get by. Now as we go back to your leaders, Scott Fields, car number 52, still your leader. Ray Hanna still in second. Third place still held down by Bob Miles. And we got a car slow in turns 1 and 2 that looks like it could be, I can't quite tell, it looks like it could be the 2 car. No, it's not the 2 car, it could be the 1 car, but we're not sure. He is going very slow down the back straightaway. Scott Fields inside of Greg Howard, and Greg Howard will go 1 lap down. Scott Fields sideways through turns 1 and 2. He gathers it back in. Ray Hanna now gets around the Howard machine and keeps Scott Fields right in his sights. And now finally that car making it around into the pits. I'm going to try to get a number off that car in just a second. Scott Fields still your leader. Ray Hanna in second. Scott Fields, that car a little sideways once again as they put a lap on J.C. Cook. And we got a good battle back in the pack between, and wait a minute, we got a car spinning. Greg Howard, car number 42, has spun down the front straightaway. He clips the inside wall. Laps completed. Scott Fields your leader. The 34 of Hanna is in second. The 57 of Bob Miles. Then it's the 2 of Mike Roundtree as we got a car smoking heavily on the track. That's the 57 car as the crew looks underneath the hood of the 42. The 57 car of Bob Miles into the pits and smoke coming out of the headers of that car. This looks terminal. One more lap to go. Scott Fields, Ray Hanna, the 2 of Mike Roundtree is your third place car. And as you see, Bob Miles in the 57 car, the car that was running in the third position, is no longer out there. Greg Howard comes back out on the track. And they pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4, and green flag flies, and we are racing once again. The 72 and 51 side by side. 72 car is Red Callan, and the 51 car of Tim McLaughlin side by side. Now McLaughlin comes down in the pits. That car smoking heavily. Field, still your leader. Ray Hanna in second. The 2 of Mike Roundtree in third. Now Ray Hanna pulls right up on the back bumper of Scott Fields. Through turns 3 and 4. Hanna is right there. We got a car scraping on the wall. That is the 72 car of Fred Callan. As your leaders are really starting to heat this battle up. Scott Field, still your leader. Ray Hanna in second. The 2 of Mike Roundtree back there in third. Once again, the 72 and 2 cars are side by side. Battling for that third position. Mike Roundtree holds on to it. Fred Callan back to fourth. Red Bull car number 55 still out there running. As your leaders are in heavy traffic, they'll go around the 45 car, J.C. Cook, among others. Now they get by. Now Ray Hanna looks underneath the Scott Fields machine, but he can't quite get the job done down the back straightaway. Car number 52, Scott Fields, your leader. 34, Ray Hanna in second. As they will be coming up on some more lap traffic. Scott Fields goes around the 55 of Fred Poole, putting him a lap down. Ray Hanna will follow through on the outside. And Fred Poole spinning down the front straightaway, and everybody misses him. The tire coming off of that car. And everybody missed him, and I don't know how. Excellent heads-up driving by all concerned. Caution on the track. Okay, 28 laps completed. It's still Scott Fields, Ray Hanna, Mike Palmer, and Fred Callan, your top 4 cars. There's the 52 of Fields and the 44 of Hannah. The 2 of Palmer is next. And they pick up the place out of turn 4. Green flag flies, and we are racing once again. Jim Edlin looks inside of the 2 of Mike Palmer. He'll get the third position. That's Jim Edlin, car number 65, now in third. Now the 7-2 of Fred Callan looks underneath, but can't quite get the job done. The 2 car, Mike Roundtree, that car not sounding good at all, as he is just slowly motoring around the track, just trying to finish the race. Your leader is still Scott Fields. Close behind him is the 34 of Ray Hanna. Fields still your leader. Ray Hanna right back there in second. He'll look underneath through turns 1 and 2. Then they come up on lap traffic again. Both cars go inside. Oh, and Scott Fields connects with the 73 car of Butch Teague. Both cars go around. Ray Hanna makes it through. Caution on the track. The 34 of Ray Hanna, your leader. The 72 of Fred Callan will get the second spot. Scott Fields in third with 34 laps completed. Those 3 cars, the only 3 cars on the lead lap. So Scott Fields goes to the tail end of the lead lap, and in this case, that puts him in third position.
The first place.
Tough break for Scott Fields, but an excellent break for Ray Hanna. Okay, we've got a lineup. Once again, 34 laps completed. Car number 34, your leader, the 72 of Fred Callan in second, and the 52 of Scott Fields in third. Then in fourth, 1 lap down, Jim Edlin in the 65 car, then Dennis Freeland, Mike Palmer, J.C. Cook, Bruce Kinzer, and Butch Teague. And Mike Roundtree, your top 10. The green flag flies, and we are racing once again. Ray Hanna, your leader. He pulls several car lengths on the second place car. Fred Callan. Scott Fields looking for a way around in third. Now Callan pulls right up on the back bumper of Ray Hanna. Ray Hanna high through turns 3 and 4. I think he keeps it out of the wall. Callan looks high through 1 and 2, but can't quite get the job done. Hanna, Callan, and Fields. Car number 34, Ray Hanna, is still your leader as the laps are just ticking down. White flag, one more lap to go for your leader, car number 34, Ray Hanna. Fred Callan still back there in second, and Scott Fields, the man who dominated this race up until just a few laps ago, is back in there in third place. And that's how they'll finish. Ray Hanna, Fred Callan, and Scott Fields, your top three. After that, the finishing order is Jim Edlin in fourth, Dennis Freeland in fifth, Mike Palmer in sixth, J.C. Cook in seventh, Bruce Kinzer in eighth, Butch Teague in ninth, Mike Roundtree in 10th, Greg Howard in 11th, then Fred Poole, Ronnie Himes, Tim McLaughlin, Bob Miles, Rick Tharp, and Rick Henshaw. Once again, your winner, car number 34, Ray Hanna.
Starting County Fairgrounds in Canada. Vendors from Canton, Ohio. Vendors from all over the United States will be there. At least 20 states represented. Starting County Fairgrounds in Canton, Ohio. The performance swap meet, November 20th and 21st. There's Ray Hanna on the car. Ray Hanna fans, give him a nice round of applause. Go one heck of a race. Congratulations, Ray. Ray Hanna.
Once again, your winner, car number 34, Ray Hanna.
Along with Rebecca Black and Mindy Evans. They're right.
And as we take a look, the NASCAR Sportsman on the track. And as we take a look from the in-car camera shot of the fine Bill McCoy Ford pace car as we go down around the corners and through the backstretch.
West is second, is 4 points behind, so he had jumped into the zero machine.
Down around the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Really get a sense of that banking from the in-car camera. And we will start giving you the lineup for the Sportsman feature event here today. As we come back around to the grandstand and down to the start-finish line. One lap around Wnchester Speedway. Now your lineup on the pole, car number 2, the red number 2, Dave Brandenburg. Outside of him, the blue and white number 2, Kenny Tweedy. That's the 31 of Dennis Kelly, and the 33 of Carl Stapleton. Then the 7 car, Don Hamilton, and the 38 of Mike Bryant. Then it's 98 of Mike Rush, and inside of him will be, I believe, the 3 of Terry Burt. No, it'll be the 0 car driven by Fly Russell. Wes Russell Jr. having a bad crash yesterday. John Ketchum and Terry Burton will make up the next row. And as they give a wave to the field, also out there will be the 11 car of Mike Snap, the 83 of Major Bill Leisure, the 67 car of Jim Saxon, and the 37 car of Scott Marino. The NASCAR Limited Sportsman here for the World Stock Car Festival at Wnchester Speedway.
Come by this time and then hang on, filter, because the next $5 they'll be flying box.
The lights go out on the pace car. We should get a green flag next time by. Rick Monroe gives them the 1 lap to go signal and the signal to make sure that they got their minds right and that they're thinking well. Brandenburg and Tweedy, Kelly and Stapleton.
Young gentlemen down in front of the tower, steady down with your back, any popcorn, please come back.
Dan Hamilton and Mike Bryant. Down the back stretch, into turn 3, turn 4, they pick up the throttle. And the green flag flies and we are racing. Dave Brandenburg with a slight advantage through turns 1 and 2. Now Dave Brandenburg in the red number 2 is your leader. Kenny Tweedy back to second, Carl Stapleton in third, Dennis Kelly fourth, Mike Bryan in fifth. And Mike Rush getting around the 7 car of Dan Hamilton for that 6th position. Good battle back there for the 3rd position between Carl Stapleton and Dennis Kelly. Mike Bryan is also right there. He's looking way around those 2 cars so he can get up there and battle with the leaders, Brandenburg and Tweedy. Now Mike Bryant looks underneath the Dennis Kelly machine. All right, a little bit of technical difficulty, but you didn't miss anything. Mike Bryant inside of Dennis Kelly. Carl Stapleton in that 3rd position. Now Mike Bryant gets around Kelly for 4th. Mike Bryant, car number 38, is now 4th. Now Mike Bryan around Stapleton for that 3rd position. As we've got a car, I believe, spinning out in turns 1 and 2. Caution is out. I thought I saw some debris in turn 2. Not quite sure. There we go. The caution was for debris on the front straightaway. 5 laps completed. Dave Brandenburg, your leader. Kenny Tweedy in second. Then Mike Bryant, Carl Stapleton, the 31 of Dennis Kelly, and Mike Rush, first-time driver here at Wnchester. He is running in the 6th position. Mike Rush normally campaigns at Columbus Motor Speedway and Killcare Speedway. His first time on the high banks at Wnchester, he was telling me earlier. Mike Rush having a nice run in that 6th position. We should get a green flag next time by. Brandenburg, your leader. Kenny Tweedy in second.
Here they come now. Dave and Kenny.
All right, they pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4. The green flag flies and we are racing. Mike Bryant stays right on the back bumper of the 2 car of Kenny Tweedy. Meanwhile, Dave Brandenburg is just checking out, running away with this event for the moment. Dennis Kelly now looks underneath Carl Stapleton for that 4th position. Carl Stapleton keeps it down the back straightaway, but Dennis Kelly battles back between turns 3 and 4. Now Dennis Kelly is 4th. Dennis Kelly, car number 31, is 4th. And back to your leader, Dave Brandenburg. That car riding just like it's on rails. Dave Brandenburg driving with a sprained ankle today. Yesterday, right after the races, it is my understanding that he fell right off of his trailer and sprained his ankle. He was unable to compete in the Wix pie eating contest, which you saw earlier on this Penstroke Productions videotape. So Dave Brandenburg driving a little sore, but not affecting him one bit. And as we take a look at the 0 car, that's driven once again by Fly Russell. And that car doing quite well for Russell. He'd taken a hard shot into the turn 1 wall yesterday. Dave Brandenburg still your leader. Kenny Tweedy in 2nd, Mike Bryant in 3rd. Listen to the sounds of Winchester with these cars screaming around this track at over 100 miles an hour. There's a look at the Mike Rush machine, and Fly Russell moves right underneath. Fly Russell in the 0 car. That will put him in the 6th position. Fly Russell in 0, now 6th. And we got a car into the front stretch wall and another car spinning. The 7 car spins down the front stretch. That's Dan Hamilton, of course, and then the 11 car of Mike Snap also having his problems. Caution on the track. Okay, it's Dave Brandenburg, Kenny Tweedy, Dennis Kelly, the 33 of Carl Stapleton, then the 0 of Fly Russell, and the 98 of Mike Rush. Mike Rush still in 6th position. I called that wrong. Fly Russell up to the 5th place. Kenny Tweedy in the pits. They're having a problem with that car. And the tailpipe, one of the 2 tailpipes, is actually sticking out from the body. If you look there right underneath the blue number 2, you can see that pipe, that exhaust pipe sticking out from the body. Also being called in is the 0 car of Fly Russell. The officials calling both these cars in for having problems with these cars. So the crew goes to work on the 0 machine of Fly Russell also, as the work continues on the blue 2 of Kenny Tweedy. So your 2nd place car and your 5th place cars having their problem here today as the crew continues using rags to grab that hot exhaust pipe and try to get it out of that car. Crew continuing to work frantically to get that pipe out of that car. The car is running. You look at the man's pants leg holding that pipe in. You can see the exhaust actually blowing his pants. The car is still running. Those pipes are very hot. Okay, in the meantime, we get the 1 lap to go signal from the official starter, Rick Monroe. Double file restart. The lap cars will go down to the inside. Dave Brandenburg still your leader, and here comes Kenny Tweedy. Now, under Winchester rules, if the officials call you in for a problem with your car, and there is no problem with your car, then you get your position back. However, if there is a problem found with your car, and the officials have called you in, and we will get the 1 lap to go signal this time, then you are sent to the back of the pack. Such is the case with Kenny Tweedy and the 0 of Fly Russell. Both of those cars found to have problems with them, so both of those cars sent back to the pack. So your lineup is now Dave Brandenburg in the first position. In second will be Dennis Kelly, car number 31, then Carl Stapleton third, and Mike Rush, rookie driver here at Winchester. Not a rookie driver in racing. He's raced for several years, but rookie driver here at Winchester is running in fourth. So Mike Rush having a fine run today. Okay, they come through turns 3 and 4, and we should get a green flag, and we do. The green flag is out, and we are racing once again. And now Kenny Tweedy and Fly Russell have their work cut out for them. Now Fly Russell looks underneath the 7 car of Dan Hamilton, and he is side by side down the back straightaway. As the 0 of Fly Russell gets around the 3 of Burton. Almost said Earnhardt. Oh boy. Kenny Tweedy slows down the back straightaway. Kenny Tweedy, car number 2. Out of the throttle, he slows down. He will come into the pits. He is blocked by another car there. That is the 67 car. He will give him a push to get him out of his way so he can get to his pits. Kenny Tweedy, car number 2, in the pits, and he will go at least 1 lap down. Dave Brandenburg still your leader. Dennis Kelly now slow on the track. He slows through turns 1 and 2. Dennis Kelly, your second place car, now out of the race as attrition hitting this field hard. So Fly Russell finds himself battling with Mike Rush for that 3rd position as Carl Stapleton is now in 2nd behind the Dave Brandenburg machine. And Fly Russell now in the 3rd place. Fly Russell in the 0 car up to 3rd as we've got caution on the track. All right, 19 laps completed. The 2 car of Dave Brandenburg, your leader. The 33 Carl Stapleton, then the 98 of Mike Rush, the top 3. The green flag flies and we are racing. The 0 car of Fly Russell is in 4th, looking for a way around the Mike Rush machine. They're side by side through turns 3 and 4. Now Fly Russell has that 3rd position. Mike Rush back to 4th. Now Fly Russell will look for 2nd. He is underneath Carl Stapleton. They're side by side going through turns 3 and 4, and now Fly Russell in the 0 machine is 2nd. And here comes Kenny Tweedy, but he is at least 1, if not 2 laps down. I think he's 1 lap down. Kenny Tweedy, car number 2, trying hard to get back up there to Dave Brandenburg and get that lap back. Dave Brandenburg in the red number 2, your leader. And nobody has been able to even make an attempt to take that lead away from him in this feature event. Dave Brandenburg on a tear. And Kenny Tweedy, he spins down the back straightaway. He was trying to get underneath Carl Stapleton. They get together and Tweedy spins. Caution on the track. Okay, some we're looking at the Carl Stapleton machine. We don't see any damage right off on that car, but he did get together with the Kenny Tweedy machine. The Zero of Fly Russell is in the second position. Dave Brandenburg in first. This will allow Russell to get right back up on the rear bumper of Dave Brandenburg. Brandenburg is the leader, then it's Fly Russell, then Carl Stapleton, Mike Rush up to fourth, then Burton and Hamilton. Your top six, 22 laps completed, 1 lap to go. And we will be racing in one more lap. They pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4. And the green flag flies and we are racing. Dave Brandenburg still your leader. Now Mike Rush will look underneath Carl Stapleton for that third position. Mike Rush, car number 98. I don't wish to sound like a broken record, but once again, this is the first time this weekend that Mike Rush has seen this track other than watching ESPN Saturday Night Thunder coverage from Winchester. First time he's been on this track. And the 2 car is back out there moving very slowly, but Kenny Tweedy back out on the track. This track is a very difficult track to get around for the seasoned veterans and for a first-time driver. First time he ever sees this track to come out here and run for the 3rd and 4th position is quite a feat. Mike Rush, the car number 98. Okay, I'll shut up about that. We'll get back to the racing. The Zero car still in the lead, or still in second as we go back to that 3rd place position again as it heats up between Rush and Stapleton. Mike Rush trying to find her way around. As the Zero car of Fly Russell slowed down the front straightaway, it sounded like he shut it off down the front straightaway, and through turns 1 and 2, cars are just flying past. It looks like it might be the end of the day for the Zero car of Wes Russell Jr., your second place man in points, having his tough luck this weekend, crashing out of the first feature yesterday, hitting hard into the turn 1 wall that took his number 9 car out. He jumped into the Zero car, normally driven by Scott Gumpertz here, doing a fine job all the way up to second, and now he is out of the race. Tough luck for Wes Russell Jr. So, Carl Stapleton and Mike Rush are now battling for that second position. Carl Stapleton all the way up to second. Kudos out to this driver. Carl Stapleton is one of those drivers. He's kind of quiet. You don't hear much from him, but he's always there. And at the end, he seems to always be in the top 5, at least the top 10. Carl Stapleton, car number 33, a spirited ride here tonight at Wnchester Speedway. And in case you're wondering, the red number 2 of Dave Brandenburg still out there in the lead. He's got about a half a lap on these 2 cars, the 2nd and 3rd place cars. Mike Rush continues to look for a way around Carl Stapleton, but these cars seem to be pretty evenly matched. Also right there is Terry Burton in the 3 car and the 7 car of Dan Hamilton. Your 3rd and 4th place machine, or excuse me, your 4th and 5th place machines, as Mike Rush once again looks underneath the Carl Stapleton machine, but can't quite get the job done down the back straightaway. still Brandenburg, your leader. Carl Stapleton and Mike Rush battling for that second position. Stapleton in second, Mike Rush in third. Then it's Terry Burton and Dan Hamilton, your top 5 cars. And there is your leader. He is coming up fast on the second, third, fourth, and fifth place cars. Dave Brandenburg making a shambles of this race. That car, once again, just like it is on rails, running so perfectly through the corners, right in the middle of the track. This guy has this car hooked up, and he is driving with a sprained ankle. As I mentioned before, he is driving with a sprained ankle. We are on the last lap for Dave Brandenburg, car number 2. And the last time through turns 3 and 4 for the 93 season, your winner and points winner of the Sportsman here at Winchester, Dave Brandenburg. And we got an excellent battle going on for that second position. Mike Rush one final time trying to get around the Carl Stapleton machine, but he cannot do it. Carl Stapleton finishes second, Mike Rush third, Terry Burton fourth, and the 7 of Dan Hamilton in the 5th place. Dave Brandenburg from Springfield, Ohio. In fact, an all-Ohio sweep of the top 3 positions. So the Ohio gang doing their duty here at Winchester, coming home with positions 1, 2, 3. Dave Brandenburg, your winner. Getting congratulations from Mike Smith, fellow driver. Dave Brandenburg in that red number 2 D&D Motorsports car. Brandenburg, your winner. Take a look at the victory lane. That's where one of these drivers will be in just a few short laps, or a few long laps, depending on how you look at it. These are the ARCA Pro 4s. On the pole, Bobby Marvin in the 76 car. Then it's Jeff Sheets in the 11. In the second row will be Bobby Sage and Barry Galogli. Then it's the 57 of Bill Withers and the 11A car. Then Brian Fries in 28 and Bob Cumbo in 17. Then the 77 of Vic Tannerelli and the 12 of Robbie Pyle. Bill Hartman in 25 is next, and the 45 of Amos Goodman. Then it's the 3 of John Bum and the 7 of Jerry Young. The 70 of Carol Hargis and the 15 car outside of him. The 72 of Rocky May and the 48 of Willie Bigham. Then the 55 of Jack Weethy, 19 Don Bender, and bring up the tail, fast qualifier and setter of a new track record here of 16.9830, Robin Slaughter. He also blew an engine yesterday, so Robin Slaughter having his problems. But we're about ready to get a green flag, and the green flag flies and we are racing. One lap completed. Jeff Sheets, car number 11, is your leader. In second is the 8 of Barry Galogli. And third is the 11A car. And Bob Cumbo up there in fourth in the 17. And here comes Robbie Pyle back there in fifth. So your two of your faster cars, the 17 and Robbie Pyle, your points leader and always one of the fast cars, wasting no time getting to the front of the pack as Bob Cumbo jumps underneath the 11 of Jeff Sheets. Your leader is now Barry Galogli in the 8th. The 11A car is second. Bob Cumbo third. Robbie Pyle battling for fourth with Jeff Sheets in the 11 car. Now Robbie Pyle underneath, very low, extremely low, underneath the 17 of Bob Cumbo. as your leaders are side by side. Looking like an old-fashioned trophy dash, 4 cars side by side all the way around this track. Now they kind of spread out. Bob Cumbo will take over that second spot as the 11A car appears to slow. Robbie Pyle is in third, and he'll look underneath the 17 of Bob Cumbo for that second position. Bob Cumbo looks underneath Barry Galogli, trying to go for that lead. Barry Galogli holds on to his line. Bob Cumbo not being able to do it that time through turns 1 and 2. And Robin Slaughter, as I said before, that man having his problem this weekend, he is in the pits. Robin Slaughter, car number 6. New track record holder as of this weekend for the ARCA Pro 4s, and he is out of the race. Tough luck for that driver. 8 laps now completed. The car number 8 is your leader. Bob Cumbo in second. Robbie Pyle third. The 11A car is back there in fourth. And then I believe that's the 77 of Vic Tanarelli, but Tanarelli now down low for that fourth position as your leaders are side by side once again. Bob Cumbo, Barry Galogli, they're side by side. Now Cumbo has a slight advantage going in turns 3 and 4. And now Cumbo, your leader, and here comes Robbie Pyle. Robbie Pyle now second. Barry Galogli back to third, just that quick. They go around the lap car of 72, Rocky May. Bob Cumbo, car number 17, your leader. Robbie Pyle in second. Barry Galogli in third. Tanarelli challenging in fourth. And we have a caution on the track as we have a car. I believe that's Amos Goodman on the backstretch. The car spins and he is down in the infield. 11 laps completed. Cumbo is your leader, then Robbie Pyle, then the 8 of Barry Galogli, then Tanarelli, and the 11A car, then the 28 of Brian Fries. White flag, we should get a green flag next time by. The green flag flies and we are racing once again. Cumbo brings them down into turns 1 and 2. Now Robbie Pyle looks underneath Bob Cumbo for that lead. Both of these cars are very beautiful and very fast. Now Robbie Pyle, car number 12, your leader. Bob Cumbo back to second. Vic Tanarelli is now third. Barry Galogli in fourth. And once again, in another event, the Ohio contingent having a very good day. All three of these top drivers, in fact, the top 4 drivers, if you count Galogli, although he's battling right now with the 11A car, all these drivers from Ohio race over here quite a bit. So your top 4 cars are from Ohio. Robin Slaughter out on the track and back into the pits once again. As I said before, your fast qualifier and new record holder having his tough luck this weekend. As we take a look at the 76 of Bobby Marvin and the 11 of Jeff Sheets, your 2 pole sitters now battling back in the pack. The 1 of Bobby Sage is also there. They got a good battle going on. Barry Gologly, the 11A, and the 28 of Brian Freeze having a good battle. As Cumbo and Tannerelli heated up a little bit, and Robbie Pyle is just running away with it in that 12 car. As soon as he got around Cumbo, he just set sail. If you've never been to the track when these cars are here, live, they are something. Sometimes called the Screamin' Fours, the ARCA Pro 4s always put on an excellent show. Of course, as you've probably noticed, using both the open wheel and closed body, stock body styles. The rules a little bit freer in the ARCA Pro 4s as far as the bodies. The chassis are basically the same, the engines are basically the same, but they are allowed a few changes in the bodies. Once again, the 8 of Gologly, the 11A car, and Brian Freeze in the 28. Got a good battle going on. As Vic Tannerelli moves underneath Bob Cumbo for that second position. Vic Tannerelli, car number 77, battling with Cumbo for that second position. Now he drops back just a little bit. Cumbo safe for the moment. Now Tannerelli and Cumbo side by side down the front straightaway. Cumbo holds on to that second position, however, as Robbie Pyle continues to just motor away. There is Robbie Pyle. That car seeming like it is on rails. Robbie Pyle having no problems getting around this track today. Tannerelli looks underneath the 17 of Cumbo once again. Tannerelli has to duck back in to get around the lap traffic of Willie Bigham and Jeff Sheets. And we have caution on the track. Not quite sure of what the problem is. As we continue to look to try to tell what the problem is, it appears as if maybe there was some debris on the track, and that is probably why the caution came out. 25 laps completed. As I said before, Robbie Pyle, Bob Cumbo, the 77 of Vic Tannerelli, and now your fourth place car, Barry Gologly, in the pits with a tire change. John Bum also in the car in that 3 car, also in the pits in the 3 car. So your fourth place car having his problems. White flag, one more lap to go, and we'll get the green the next time by. Okay, this time we'll get him one more lap to go as the field is still continuing to get lined up. As I said before, 25 laps completed. Your leader is Robbie Pyle. Bob Cumbo second. Vic Tannerelli is in third.
Now the lineup is correct. Robbie Pyle, Bob Cumbo, Vic Tannerelli, Jeff Sheets. Reported as a lap down. Inspector Brian Freeze stands survey.
Okay, continuing straighten up that light up. The white flag being shown once again. Hopefully we'll get the green flag next time by. They pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4. The green flag flies and Tannerelli moves instantly inside of the 17 of Cumbo. Vic Tannerelli is now second in that 77 car. Cumbo in 17 back to third. We have a caution once again. Okay, we should get a green flag next time by. We go back to the previously green flag lap for our light up. So Tannerelli at that time was third, so Cumbo still maintains that second position. Robbie Pyle is your leader. Bob Cumbo second and Vic Tannerelli is in third. Let's see if Tannerelli can make that move once again. Now this time he drops back a little bit. Vic Tannerelli not getting a good start at all. Don Bender gets around him. Brian Freeze gets around him. The 11A car gets around him. Vic Tannerelli having his problems. That car just not coming up to speed this time. The 11A car and the 19 of Bender battle back there for that fourth position. Brian Freeze is now in the third place. As Vic Tannerelli, car number 77, brings it into the pits. Once again, your leader, Robbie Pyle, and nobody has threatened him since he has taken the lead way back when. It has been Robbie Pyle's race, and he has run a good one. Once again, like Brandenburg in the Sportsman race, right in the middle of the track, and Cumbo too has run a great race. Those cars seem to be pretty evenly matched now. The gap seems to neither get bigger nor get smaller. Both of these cars running an excellent race here today at Winchester. Brian Freeze with a good run in the third position in that 28 car. Once again, your second place car, Bob Cumbo, car number 17. 31 laps now complete. 4 more laps to go for this 35-lap ARCA Pro 4 feature. And there is your leader, car number 12, Robbie Pyle. All he has to do is hang on for another 3 laps and he will have himself another win. And a few more points towards that championship. That's why I said earlier, he is the points leader for the ARCA Pro 4s at this time. 33 laps completed, 2 more laps to go. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go for your leader, car number 12, Robbie Pyle. Car number 17, Bobby Cumbo in second. Brian Freeze is third. And that is going to be how Robbie Pyle, Bob Cumbo, and Brian Freeze finish. 1, 2, 3. Once again, your winner car number 12, Robbie Pyle.
So Robbie Pyle, the winner of the featured race for the Arthur Hoosier Cup Pro 4 cars.
And as he comes in down pit road towards Victory Lane, Robbie Pyle, car number 12, had the race well in hand very early on and never looked back. If you're ever at the track and get a close-up look at this car, take a look at it. This car is always in immaculate condition. It is a beautiful, beautiful car. There is Robbie Pyle. Robbie Pyle, ARCA Pro 4 feature winner for the Stockcar Fall Festival here at Wnchester Speedway.
Attention please, all drivers with the exception of late model drivers. All drivers with the exception of late model drivers, we would like to have you to bring your helmets to the stands for Buster Distributing collection, please. All drivers with the exception of late model drivers, would you help us out?
Once again, your winner, Robbie Pyle.
ARCA Pro 4 drivers, you just won a great race. I want to thank you for a safe race. That's some good sportsmanship.
And now it's time for the 100-lap late model feature event. As we take a look at the Brian Wrigley car, car number 7, we will give you the lineup. The lineup is actually car number 12, Scott Neal, your pole sitter. Outside of him is Brian Wrigley in the 7 car. In the second row is the 95 of Jim Cooper, and outside of him the 6 of Royce Mason. Then the 78 of Bull Baker, and the 6S, as we will score him, the black 6, Mike Stacy. Then it's Rick Ronimus in the 88 car, on one of those Ray Fullen-owned cars, and the 51 of Vic Hellis. Then it's the 2 of Brian Ross, and outside of him, the 26 of Rick Turner. Then the 45 of Dave Jackson will be next, and outside of him, the 89 car. Then it's the 32 of Tim Brown, and outside him, car number 10, Scott Eggman. Then it's the 22 of Rick Ramsier, and the 92 of Tom Hamilton. The 01 of Neil Eddington is next on the inside, and outside of him will be the 77 of Jerry Ross. Then it's the 00 of Ray Fullen and the 33 car. In the next row, the 14 of Scott Whitehouse, and outside of him, the 9 of Wayne Watercutter. And in the final row, one car, car number 38, Rick Mannion. The Indiana late models here at Wnchester going 100 laps. Now the caution flags will count. So the caution flags will count. Kind of a warm-up event for the Winston All-Pro race in October. October's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And the 2nd and 3rd Penstroke Productions will be there, videotaping the ARCA Supercars and the Winston All-Pro cars. Once again, it's Scott Neal, Brian Wrigley, Jim Cooper, Royce Mason, Bull Baker, Mike Stacy, Rick Ronimus, Vic Hellis, Brian Ross, Rick Turner. Dave Jackson in the 89 car, Tim Brown, Scott Eggman, Rick Ramsier, Tom Hamilton, Neil Eddington, Jerry Ross, Ray Fullen, and the 33 car, Scott Whitehouse, Wayne Watercutter, and Rick Mannion. Okay, as we take a look at the field, they have the proper lineup. They're side by side. We are getting the 1 lap to go signal from Rick Monroe, the official starter. We should get a green flag next time by. Let's let the late models do the talking for themselves.
A beautiful sight behind the late models as they travel down the back stretch of the fastest half-mile track in the world. Scott Neal, your pace setter. Multicolored car. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. The high pace of Winchester and your late model.
Brian Wrigley in car number 7 is your leader. Royce Mason in the 6 cars in second. Your pole sitter, Scott Neal in the 12 car all the way back to third. In fourth is the 95 of Jim Cooper. Good battle between Vic Hellis and the 88 of Rick Ronimus. Mike Stacy behind Jim Cooper and Bull Baker behind him. The 26 of Rick Turner and the 88 of Rick Ronimus having a fine battle back there. It's the 7 car of Brian Wrigley, still your leader. The 6 of Royce Mason still in second. As we look at this battle between Rick Turner and Rick Ronimus. Now Ronimus pulls ahead. Royce Mason in second in that blue number 6. There's a look at your leader, Brian Wrigley, in that 7 car. As he will put a lap on Jerry Ross in the 77. Now Scott Neal looks inside of Royce Mason for that second position. Scott Neal, car number 12, your pole sitter, in third, and he's looking to get back up towards the front, looking inside of the Royce Mason machine. They put a lap on the 26 car of Rick Turner. '95 of Jim Cooper back there in 4th. Mike Stacy in 5th, Bull Baker 6th, and the 2 of Brian Ross in the 7th position. Now Baker looks outside of Stacy, but he can't quite get the job done. Wrigley still your leader, Scott Neal in, Wrigley still your leader, Royce Mason in second. We're watching this battle between Royce Mason and Scott Neal, who is in third. (14 of 100 laps now completed. And we got a car smoking pretty badly through turns 1 and 2. That's the 9 of Wayne Watercutter. Evidently has some sheet metal rubbing a tire or something, and we got cars, had some action back there in the pack as cars were sliding a little high. The 2 of Brian Ross a little high through turns 1 and 2. As we continue to watch this battle between Stacy Baker, Vic Hellis, and Rick Ronimus. Now Ronimus will look low, but he'll have to tuck back in to get around the 22 car of Rick Ramjer. And we have caution on the track. We got a problem in turn 1 as we got some debris out on the track. Looks like a radiator hose or something. 18 laps completed. Brian Wrigley, your leader, will get the 1 lap to go signal this time by. And we will get the green flag on the next lap.
Mike Stacy in 6, Bull Baker in 78, Dennis Vic Hellis in 51.
It's Wrigley, your leader. Royce Mason, Scott Neal in second, Royce Mason third now, and Jim Cooper in the 95 car with a fine run for that 4th position. Now we continue to get the caution, so we'll do at least 1, if not 2 more circuits under caution. The 26 of Rick Turner in the pits, as is the 33 car. The hood going up on that car. That's not a good sign. Now, as I've said before, the laps do count, so it is possible while these cars are in the pits, if they don't get out in time, that they could lose a lap or 2 in the pits. Okay, now we're getting the 1 lap to go signal. It's Wrigley, Neal, Mason, your top 3. Wrigley, Neal, Mason, and Jim Cooper in the 95 car back there in 4th. There goes Mike Stacy and Bull Baker. Got a couple of cars side by side on back here. That's the 88 and the 51 cars. Rick Ronimus and Vic Hellis. As Royce Mason looks low, trying to find a way back around Scott Neal. And Fullen and Hellis are side by side. We now have and are working the 28 lap mark. We will have 29 laps completed this time by. Bull Baker looks inside of Mike Stacy. He's been working on that man all day and can't seem to find the way around. Car number 7, Brian Wrigley, your leader, and just running away with it. That car running just fine. Scott Neal in the 12 car also running good, and so is Royce Mason. Now Rick Ronimus will look inside of the Bull Baker machine. Rick Ronimus in that 88 Ray Fullen prepared machine. Mike Stacy looks for a way around the Jim Cooper 95 machine. And here comes Rick Ronimus. He's around Bull Baker. He's up beside of Mike Stacy. Now he'll pull a slight advantage as Mike Stacy slides through turn 1 and 2. Rick Ronimus now in that 5th position. He'll try Jim Cooper next. And we have caution. We got cars spinning out in turn number 1. We got several cars up there. And I believe, yes it is, it's Scott Neal and the 7 car of Brian Wrigley, your 2 leaders involved, the 01 of Eddington, and it looks like, I can't quite tell the number on that car, it could be the 92 car. No, there goes the 92 car through. But Brian Wrigley and Scott Neal, your first 2 cars, your 2 leaders involved in this accident. Brian Wrigley already getting that car going. Scott Neal now in the pits with that number 7 car as they look over it. And the 51 of Vic Hellis looking like Old Faithful, overheating. He was having a good run, but now having overheating problems in that 51 car. And the 01 of Eddington, Neil Eddington, also in the pit area. He was involved in that shunt in turn 1. And now the 7 of Brian Wrigley back out onto the track. As it appears as if Scott Neal is going to go on the hook. 41 laps now completed. Royce Mason, your leader. Then it's the 95 of Jim Cooper. And then the 88 of Rick Ronimus. As Vic Hellis comes back out onto the track. And your leader, Brian Wrigley, slow once again. He'll go back into the pits. Tough luck for the leader of this race, getting caught up in that accident. Didn't quite see what happened. But your 2 leaders now have their work cut out for them as the crew on the 7 car go underneath the rear end of that car. They're shoving down on the sheet metal. And there goes the 12 of Scott Neal on the hook.
Brian Wrigley back out. We don't know about the Hellis machine yet. They're overheating. It looks like they're still working it in.
Your leader is Royce Mason, then it's the 95 of Jim Cooper, then the 88 of Rick Ronimus, the 6 of Mike Stacy, and then the 78 of Bull Baker, then the 00 of Ray Fullen, 43 of 100 laps now completed. And as they come out of turn number 4, we will get a green flag and we are racing once again. Royce Mason a little loose through turns 4. And now Rick Ronimus, car number 88, your leader. Royce Mason back to 2nd as Jim Cooper looks underneath, and we got a caution. And Bull Baker with a spin in turn 2. Bull Baker, car number 78. He's having a good run, and now he has spun. Doesn't appear to be too much damage to the car, just looped it. Here comes Vic Hellis back out with the hood off. As I said before, he's having overheating problems. He'll pull up beside your leader, Royce Mason. Or excuse me, your leader is now, of course, Rick Ronimus, Royce Mason to second. 95 Jim Cooper, 47 laps completed. As Vic Hellis pulls ahead of the pace car, and so does Bull Baker. They will be coming into the pits. Scott Neal, tough luck for that young man today. As Vic Hellis and Bull Baker go back into the pits. Bull Baker's front end, a little bit of damage there. It looks like the front end is a little bit askew, as the crew will try to pull it down and get it back into the proper position. Vic Hellis still trying to get water back into that car and cool that car down as Bull Baker comes back out on the track. .48 laps now completed. Should get a green flag next lap. On the 49th lap, we should go green. Royce Mason is your leader, the 88 of Rick Ronimus. That's the 95 Jim Cooper, the 6 of Stacy, the 00 of Fullen, and then Dave Jackson. And the green flag flies, and immediately Rick Ronimus looks low, but can't quite get the job done in turn 4. Royce Mason, car number 6, your leader. Once again, Rick Ronimus looks low, but he'll tuck back into that second position down the front straightaway. It's Royce Mason, Rick Ronimus, Jim Cooper, and Mike Stacy, your top 4. Now Ronimus pulls right up on the back bumper of Royce Mason. He'll look underneath one more time through turns 3 and 4. Rick Ronimus in the in the 88 car, and Royce Mason in the 6 car. Excellent battle for the lead of this race with 56 laps completed. Once again, Rick Ronimus looks underneath. They're side by side down the back straightaway. It's Royce Mason on the outside, Rick Ronimus on the inside, and now Rick Ronimus, your new leader, as he comes through turns 3 and 4 and across the stripe this time. Car number 88, Rick Ronimus, your leader. And now Jim Cooper will get around the Royce Mason machine as we've got a spin in turn 2. That looks like the 32 car of Tim Brown. Caution once again on the track with 60 laps now complete. Rick Ronimus is your leader. And we'll keep an eye on the entrance to pit road to see who, if anybody, comes in with 40 laps remaining. Excellent battle here at Winchester for the late models. Now, if you like late model action, coming up at the end of this month, September 25th and 26th, the place, Columbus Motor Speedway. The event, the main event. $12,000 to win for the super late models. Those are the old wedge body style, similar to what you see Mike Stacy and Bull Baker driving out there today. Non-stock body sheet metal cars. $12,000 to win, a total of possible with contingency money of $15,000 to win. That's September 25th and 26th at Columbus, Ohio in the main event. And if you can't make it there, just contact us here at Pinstroke Productions. We are going to do a mighty fine video of that event with lots of surprises. One more lap to go and we will have a green flag. Once again, your leader, Rick Ronimus, in that double 8 car, and the 6 of Royce Mason. Then it's Jim Cooper in the 3rd spot and Mike Stacy in 4th. And they pick up the throttle through turns 3 and 4. The green flag flies and we are racing once again. We now have 63 laps completed, 37 more laps to go. And your leader, Rick Ronimus, is actually pulling away a little bit from the 2nd place car of Royce Mason and the 3rd place car of Jim Cooper. There is your early leader, car number 7, Brian Wrigley. He's still out there campaigning. And also Bull Baker coming underneath the 45 of Dave Jackson. Wrigley in the 7 car now pulls up behind Ray Fullen in the 00 car. Don't believe that Wrigley has lost a lap, but I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that, please. But this may be for position. Rick Ronimus has expanded his lead to about 20 car lengths over the 2nd place car of Royce Mason. Jim Cooper still trying to find a way around that vehicle, and Mike Stacy still in 4th. These 3 cars locked in a very tight battle. Neither car seeming to get any advantage on the other one. Good battle for the 2nd place between Jim Cooper and Royce Mason as Jim Cooper is looking inside and outside any way around this 6 car. But that 6 car has suddenly gotten very wide and very hard to pass. Okay, got confirmation from official scoring. The 7 car has not lost a lap, so he is in the 6th position, right behind Ray Fullen. Car number 7, Ryan Wrigley, your early leader, has battled his way back up to that 6th position. Bull Baker also right there, if I'm correct also in thinking he did not lose a lap. I'll have to double check that and get back with you. As Jim Cooper underneath Royce Mason. Jim Cooper, car number 95, now 2nd. And here comes Ray Fullen as Royce Mason appears to have slowed. And now Mike Stacy will get around. And now Brian Wrigley, Royce Mason, one of your early leaders, and then the man running in 2nd for so long now is having his problems as he is slow on the track. "77 laps now complete of this 100-lap late model feature. The 95 Cooper is in 2nd. Ronimus still up there, about 20 car lengths ahead in the lead. As Royce Mason, car number 6, into the pits, and there's a reason why. Fluid just pouring out of that car. His day is done. There is your leader, car number 88, Rick Ronimus. That car still running around here like it is on rails, like it is on brand new tires, and that was almost 80 laps ago. Your 2nd place car, car number 95, Jim Cooper. Also running a very, very fine race with 81 laps to go. 81 laps completed. 19 laps to go as Brian Wrigley gets underneath the Mike Stacy machine. That is for position, and that is for 4th position. Brian Wrigley, your early leader, now up to 4th as Bull Baker and Mike Stacy are side by side once again, battling for that 5th position. Cars getting a little spread out now. You have Rick Ronimus in the 88 car, about 20 car lengths, and then it's Jim Cooper in the 95, about another 20 car lengths, and then it's the 00 of Ray Fullen, and then about 3 or 4 car lengths, and it's the 7 of Brian Wrigley, and then about 5 or 6, maybe 7 car lengths, it's back to Mike Stacy. Now Wrigley pulls right up on the back bumper of the 00 of Fullen as they go around the lap traffic. And we got a car smoking, smoke pouring out of the 32 car of Tim Brown. He will pull in the pits and call it a day, as we have another car going into the pits. There is a look at the 10 car still out there morning round of Scott Eggman. And there is your leader, the 88 of Rick Ronimus. The 88 car with 88 laps now completed. Just 12 circuits remaining for your leader, car number 88. Rick Ronimus. And as Rick Rodimus comes across the stripe this time, there will be just 10 laps to go as the battle starts heating up for that third position between Ray Fullen and your early race leader, Brian Wrigley, in the 7 car. Ray Fullen and Brian Wrigley go around the lap car of Dave Jackson. Jackson also having his trouble here today and in and out of the pits several times. As we continue to watch this battle for third position. Rick Rodimus still your leader in the 88 car, and Jim Cooper in the 95 car in second, and now Brian Wrigley in the 7 car pulls underneath Ray Fullen. They're side by side down the back straightaway. But Wrigley has to tuck it back in turn 4 as they're coming up on some lap traffic. That's Neil Eddington in the 01 car. And now Fullen will look inside and go around on the inside of the Neil Eddington car. Also, Wrigley will follow him through. Five more laps to go. 95 laps now complete. And we will go back to take a look at your leader. Well, there's the second place car. How about him? Jim Cooper in the 95 car running in second. There is your leader, car number 00. That's Rick Rodimus with 3 more laps to go. And the battle once again for third, the 7 car on the inside of Ray Fullen in the 00 car. Excellent battle going on here for that third position, with now 2 more laps to go. The white flag will be shown to your leaders the next time by, and now Brian Wrigley up to third place. The white flag comes out for your leader, Rick Rodimus, car number 88, and as he goes through turns 1 and 2 and down the back stretch for the last time this day, and through turns 3 and 4, he'll come out of 4, and there is your winner, car number 88. Rick Rodimus. In second will be Jim Cooper. In third will be the 7 car of Brian Wrigley. Then the 00 of Ray Fullen in fourth. And finishing in fifth will be Mike Stacy in the 6S. Ray Fullen finishes fourth in his 00 car, and in the Ray Fullen prepared car number 88, Rick Rodimus finishes in first.
Take your time going home. Please take your time going home. Pick up information on the 50 Harvey on the Winchester movement. You think that late model race is something which is in the art of Supercross for 150 laps on Saturday. This is a NASCAR with the whole blue cars. Go 400 laps on Sunday. That's the first weekend of October coming up. And they are.
And as he begins to get out of the car, there he is, the winner of the late model 11th annual World Stock Car Festival feature race, Rick Rodimus in car number 88. And there is Rick Rodimus, your winner, up on the podium. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Roger and Linda Haldeman of Winchester Speedway for their cooperation and help and assistance and being so nice to us throughout the 93 season. For everybody from Penstroke Productions, I'm Nate Pennington, and we will see you at the track.